All right, welcome to my channel. So the first thing that you need to know before you start watching my videos is the purpose of this channel is for education and entertainment, mostly education with some entertainment, and mostly for my students. Really, it's an opportunity for me to showcase my algorithm and for my students to see it working and me to be able to talk about the trades and why I'm taking the trades and things like that. This is not a channel where I'll be showing you that I'm making millions of dollars. So family rules, you won't be seeing that. Some traders out there want to put their stuff out. I don't even know why they do that. Like on social media in a public sphere, hey, look at me, I made 20,000 today, 50,000 today, all that stuff. That will not happen on this channel. The most you'll see me making here is anywhere from 50 bucks to $1,000 in a day would be the most once we get to that level of scaling. And then I'll reset and we'll be looking at 50 bucks and we'll be scaling back to, a thousand a day or so. And we'll just keep resetting that scaling. But family rules will not be showing you on this my social media that I'm making tons of money. Second thing is I'm trading with Thinkorswim. That's my platform that you see here on the screen. So you got my two windows on futures trading. Same thing, it'll be Thinkorswim. So you'll see that I trade futures and the equities market with these videos. I trade based off of my algorithm, the simple switch algorithm, and it's got different settings. Same algo, but different settings for futures market, for equities market, and different types of trading. It's got different settings for it. So I'll be trading off of that. Links below if you're interested in learning more about the algo. All the education over there is free, as well as the trading log that you'll see. You can get the link below, which will give you that log, so you can go over there and explore all that stuff. So when you're looking at my screen, okay, now when you're looking at my screen, you'll see these the chart markups, and you'll see yellow. Wherever I put yellow is an entry. So when it's yellow like this, it's the algo ideal entry. And then you may see a yellow like this, and that is where I actually got in, and it'll be touching the candle that I got in on. And then the location. Red are my stops, green are my targets. And then if you want to learn how the algo works so you can better understand what I'm doing when I'm doing my trades, over at the link below, you can go over there and learn all about the algo. It's completely free for that whole education. It's free to learn about my trading plan, my strategy, everything that I teach about trading is free over there. Only thing that costs money is if you decided to buy the algo, then that would cost money. But you can apply a lot of the stuff that I teach over there, including my strategy and trading plan, to your own strategies and help maybe improve your game. So all that is definitely free. I don't charge for any of that education. Only the algo if that's something you decided to add to your list. So then sometimes you'll see on here me doing experiments, which I'm going to try to do another one later on this year when I get a little more time. But I love to do trading experiments. We blow up accounts, but we do it in the purpose of education, showing you that certain trading techniques or strategies sometimes just don't work. And we play with some different concepts and blow up accounts, real accounts, small accounts, but still real accounts. And you'll also see some small accounts as well, like when we do offshore brokers and things like that. So, and then of course, educational videos I'll be putting out as well. So there's a lot of different content here. So if you can give me the like, hit that like button, that would help me a lot with the YouTube. And if you subscribe and hit that bell icon, you can be notified whenever I upload new content. And the last thing, but probably the most important thing, is trading is very risky. Do not place a trade based on what you see here or whatever I say. I'm not telling you what to do. If it sounds like I'm telling you what to do, it's me just thinking out loud. And most traders will lose all of their money. I am strictly speculating. I do not have a crystal ball. So, I'm not a financial advisor or anything like that. So please do not take financial advice from me. This is strictly to talk about how I trade, to teach about how I do things, and for your entertainment. All right, so now the legal stuff is out of the way. Let's get into today's trades. All right, good morning, everybody. It's August 17th, so here we are with JD switching for the switchback. So we had our switch to the short side, switching back to the long side. So we're going to look here. We got, let's see here. Okay, so we're going to check out JD here. So we got 64.47, 64.40, 07.47 roughly. So around 40 cents is what we're looking at right now with JD. So we're going to go ahead and go over to our calculator and click in 40 cents, 0.4, $250 risk rewards where we're still at. 625 shares is what we need. So go over back to the chart. 625. Hit the enter key. All right, so good. So JD is ready to go. So as soon as this candle closes here in about 3 minutes, we'll be taking this trade, JD, to the long side. Okay, here we are. So we got about 30 seconds for JD. If we can hold this switch, we're going to jump in long. And we have a pretty big gap down. So there's a lot of room to fill half or all of that gap. So this is looking pretty good. There's a big draw to at least fill half that gap, it looks like. So we got 20 seconds left. Almost hit that button early. I guess I'll just hold it. 15. So I don't want to jump in until it confirms. If it doesn't confirm, I don't want to get in. And it looks like it might not want to confirm. I need to see that confirm. Nope, no confirmation. And no trade. So if I move away from this button, I'm not. Okay, good deal. All right, so we'll wait for JD. We'll wait another 5 minutes. All right, so here we are back with JD trying to switch. No, I don't jump in unless it confirms. It needs to confirm. So we'll double check this now. 39.7. So yeah, we're about 40 cents still. So perfect. So we'll go ahead and hang out. We got about 2 minutes, and then if this confirms, we'll be in. If not, we'll just keep on waiting. We're in this really big consolidation. You know, we're still not out of that channel. Like, it's way out here before we get out of that channel. But if this switches, we jump in and it breaks this, we could have a nice ride. JD could produce a pretty good winner for us today, so it could be pretty sweet. All right, buddy, we'll bring it to you when it happens. We're at $250 risk reward, so we got 625 queued up. And then after today, if we can have a nice winner, we'll be on to the 500 range. The question is, do we scale up or do we wait for that loser to pop in and then scale up? All right, we'll bring it to you. 2 minutes. Okay, looks like we're going to confirm. We got 10 seconds left. Clickety, clickety. Let's come on, JD. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, we're in. So let's mark it up. All right, so once it breaks over this area here, basically halfway mark in this box, once it breaks that, we'll be doing good, off to the races. I won't speed bump here because this could just be coming back down to this really strong support area. So no speed bumping right now on JD. I'm not going to speed bump before support area. So we'll just pop out if that's the case and look for another trade. And I say no speed bump before support area, but this is a really strong support area. So if it's just like a light support, then I don't care. But if it's a really strong support area, I mean, look at all these they could tried forever to break through here, right? It's really, really tough. So yeah, so no speed bump that. All right, traders, so you can see here we got JD's looking like, you know, we got a lot of room before we even get a 50% gap fill, right? So if we come over here to our Fibonacci, can double check that 50% level. So where are we open? Right here. So it looks like 50% is right at our our 2R. So yeah, so we'll see if we get a 2R out of this. But either way, once it crosses 1R, I'm going to go ahead and trail a stop. But hopefully we get lucky and we get a nice 2R or better out of this trade. And now, of course, we get a red candle, right? We have this boost breaking out above the channel. You got some people that are probably taking some profit, a little bit of a sell-off there. And then I would imagine we'll have shorts starting to cover. If they didn't, you know, this may have been a lot of short covering right here already. But I would imagine we would have shorts start looking to cover now that this candle closed. And as well as longs potentially jumping in for a move to a gap fill or 50% retracement. All right, good, JD. So JD basically touching the target now. So what do we got here? We got about 4 minutes left where this candle closes. Pretty sweet. So 64.97 is where we're looking to get our deal. We got a spread of about 2 cents. So really, in order to get 97, this needs to get up through 65 even. And then we'll be able to lock in 97. So hopefully we can do that in this candle. Or hopefully, you know, I don't know, because it's already, you know, it's pretty much already touched the target. So if this closes here, I really should just get out. But hopefully we can get a boost through here. It's already kind of a big candle looking at all these candles. So we did hit 90%. So I do need to move my stop up to break even. Plus a couple bucks. So we're there. All right. Now we'll see. We'll see what happens here. And for my students, I could totally hit flatten right now, and this would be a great trade. I don't have to try to squeeze more out. I don't have to wait for that extra penny or anything like that. You know, if I'm within a penny or two of the trade when it's a 40-cent move, totally fine to hit flatten and get out. And we like to say stop out or win most of the time, but yeah, winning. I mean, if you're only a few pennies away in a 40-cent move, totally can get out. All right, come on, let's go. All right, we might have to. Man, this really does feel like a 2-hour move though, because of that, right? We broke above all this. We got our gap fill. Halfway is 2R. Like, this really feels like there's a big draw. So part of me says just sit back and wait. Forget about 1R. This is a perfect setup for a 2R move. What are you doing? So yeah, we'll try to be patient with this. We're not gonna be that patient. That's a pretty big move above. So now we're gonna move to lock in profit here. So 97, so 99 locks in our 97 profit. And then maybe we'll get lucky. The thing is, the next candle is going to open in about a minute. So if this can boost higher, so we have room to throw a wick or a tail on it, then we're good. All right, cool. All right, so we'll take our trade 293 off the table. If it's a 2R, 3R, it's going to go without us. It's really high probability of that, but you know, I need to lock in those 1-to-1s to pay for the losers. So more important to lock that in. So let's go put that in the log, and then we'll see what happened. And if before the end of the recap, if I can come back and show you what JD ended up doing, I'll show it to you. If not, because JD didn't do anything, then you can always check it out on your own. All right, traders, we'll be back in a minute. All right, come in here real quick before we show you the log. So yeah, look at that. It didn't even throw a tail, and as soon as I got stopped out, it boosted. So it is what it is. We'll miss out on that 2R win, which would have been really nice. And like I said, this is like the perfect setup to be patient and wait for it. That gap fill, at least 50%, is very high probability. But with my trading rules and my strategy, I have to lock in at least that 1-to-1. And locking in that 1-to-1 makes me a ton of money. All right, so here we are with JD again. So yes, you know, this was perfect for the 2R, right? I mean, like, we have this fill to happen here. So we had that fill. Now we get the rejection. You know, 50% of a big gap fill like that's pretty common. You know, a whole fill is not as common, but 50% is pretty common. And a whole fill is the next level. And then, you know, I'll be looking for rejection again around the gap fill. So this was the perfect setup to wait for that 2R. And but you know, the thing is, traders, like, I need to have at least that 1-to-1. And when I look at my scaling ladders, that 1-to-1 makes me a lot of money at the end of the year. So, you know, and there's a proven probability of success there. You know, I talked on other videos, if I always wait for this, then it doesn't work out as lucrative and all that good stuff. So you're always going to leave money on the table or give some back. But today was a perfect opportunity to go ahead and be a little patient, and I wasn't. But at least I got my minimums. So let's go over to the log and see what that did for us. All right, here we are. So JD, we jumped in. We're risking a little over 40 cents, I think. 40 cents is what it showed up, and it's like 42 cents, I think. So let's fix that. So we end up doing a little better than our risk reward. So we got 293 out of the day, so pretty awesome. Let's go over to the scaling ladder. And we're in the $500 range. So awesome. So now the question is, what do we do with JD? What do we do? Okay, so we go over to the log and look at JD. So my trade log, you can get to the links below. I have a bunch of different tools in here, from different calculators to just trade logs to scaling ladders to backtest blocks like these, strategy trackers like these, like all kinds of stuff is in here to help me out with my trading. And you can check that out over there at the links below. So right here we are with JD right now. So we have 3 winners. We had a couple losers, tiny little ones, but they're still losers. I don't mark if it's half a loser or whatever on here. Sometimes I do, but most of them I just put in for this, just, you know, is it a losing day or a winning day with this ticker? So, or a zeroed out day. What does a day look like? So we had our 3 losers. We had 2, 1. You know, this has been a little rough here in August. But this is rolling, so I'm just going to keep this rolling down. So I'm going to come back down here and see where we were before we got into the top. So we had these 3 going in, or I added this number 6 in here because I ran out of space, and we had 6. So we had a lot of winners with JD rolling into this. Then we had a couple losers. And then we had our winner, some losers, 3 winners. So JD does like to do a big win streak with some zeros in the middle. So it does like to do a huge win streaks, right? Not a whole lot of losers in JD on the day. So I think we will just jump right into 500 tomorrow. I mean, we're coming off of 2 losers here. We only got 3 winners in. So I'm looking for a 0, which we should be getting soon. So maybe, I don't know. I'll think about this. I might jump in with 250 on JD the next couple of days until we get a zeroed out day, which basically means I speed bumped it on the zeros. So maybe we'll trade JD till we get a speed bump. It really likes to have these big win streaks, right? With that, sometimes you get these little like 3 and out. But most of the time it likes to have big win streaks. All right, we'll just do it. We'll just jump in 500 risk reward tomorrow and see how it goes. Hopefully tomorrow will be a winner. And that's the biggest thing is anytime you scale up or just when you just start trading, right? You open your account, you went through the sim. It's your first day with live money. And it's a big losing day. Like that's the worst way to get started. So, and every time you scale up and it's a losing day, it's like such a big bummer. Let's go look at the scaling ladder. Let's go back there and look at that real quick. Oh, wrong way. Scaling ladder. So, we're looking for 4 trades at 500. So, I'd hate to stay at 250 and have these 4 would have been 500 and we could have been already scaling into the $1,000 range, right? When we just looked at JD, it likes to have big win streaks. So I'm going to go ahead and start with 500. And hopefully it's a winner on our first five trades at 500. Hopefully it's a winner on our first scale up day. And then we'd be good to go. Because if it is, then we should be pretty solid. The thing is, if we speed bump a day and we have a loser, that'll be a $1,000 losing day. So that'll set us back, a lot. So, it's a little bit of a risk. But on the first scale up, when you're jumping from 250 to 5, when you're basically doubling, which I'm being very aggressive in this account and doing doubling, and then I'll slowly, not so doubly, but still it's very, very aggressive on this scale up ladder. A lot of times when I do my family accounts where I'm a slow grow and I'm looking for the slow grow strategy, I would go from 250 to 300, 300 to 350, like I would be scaling up like that, 350 to 400, and it would be a really slow scale up, and then it really doesn't hurt that bad when you make that transition. And psychologically, it doesn't have as much of an effect because transitioning now from 250 to 500, and I know the consequences are really bad. If I have a $1,000 losing day, I mean, we just wipe out this whole thing, right? And we start over. So that could happen. That could happen tomorrow. So that would, and we start over again. But if we do get our win tomorrow and it's not the loser, then we're looking pretty good. Then we get one more win in there, and then we're looking solid. When we have our loser, who cares? It'll just bring us back down to here. And we'll stay in the 500 zone, and we're off to the races. We're good. So I just need two winners in a row, or one, a good 2R winner like today would have been awesome to have that buffer. But man, so anyway, doesn't matter. So a good 2R winner or 2 winning days in a row puts us in a great spot. But if we start off with a losing day and it's a full losing day, speed bump and lose, then we start over, and that's the risk of trading, everybody. My results are not typical traders, so be very careful. Trading is very risky, very dangerous, and you can blow up your account. Don't trade with money you need. And if you're going to try to copy anything I'm doing or what other people are doing out there, do it in a sim for a long time. Like put a plan together, trade your plan in the sim, show that you're profitable before you ever think about putting real money on the table, and then start with a scale up. Like this is aggressive. If you saw what I did last year, I started with a $30 scale up. So 30, 50, 80, 100, whatever. So start with a nice progressive scaling. And you can look at my trade plan videos if you're not sure how I do that or how I set up my scaling. I have 3 trade plan videos, so go check them out, and you can learn all about setting up trading plans. So here we are with the calendar. So 8/15 for the month of August. So far, so good. This week's off to a good start here. So we're $800 this week alone. So yeah, we're off to a really good start. All right, everybody. I'm just looking at this real quick. That's 800. Oh, we did have these losers right here. I was like, why is this only 815 so most of that money's this week. All right, everybody, we'll see you tomorrow, and hopefully we can scale up to 500 and start off with a winner.